Have you ever heard of a leader called the Great Sun? In the lower Mississippi Valley, the Natchez people lived under the rule of this powerful figure, who was much more than just a chief. The Great Sun was their supreme ruler, a sacred person who held the entire society together. Imagine a leader who was both a king and a living god. That's how the Natchez saw their Great Sun. Their society was fascinatingly structured, almost like a pyramid. At the very top were the sons, the royal family. Below them were the nobles and the honored people, and at the base were the commoners, who made up the majority of the population. This system, called a matrilineal society, meant that lineage and status were passed down through the mother's side. So, the next great son wouldn't be his own son, but the son of his sister. The Natchez were sun worshippers, and their entire belief system revolved around it. They believed the Great Sun and his family were direct descendants of the sun god himself, sent to earth to guide them. This divine connection gave the Great Sun immense authority over everything from religious ceremonies to daily life. He lived in the Grand Village, a bustling ceremonial center with large earthen mounds. One mound would have the Great Sun's residence on top, while another would hold the sacred temple, where a perpetual fire burned, symbolizing their connection to the sun. Our knowledge of the Natchez comes largely from French colonists who arrived in the area and documented. Their complex culture, they wrote about everything, their intricate rituals, their system of diplomacy, and their approach to warfare. Unfortunately, the relationship between the Natchez and the French wasn't always peaceful. Tensions grew over land and resources, eventually exploding into the Natchez War in 1729. This devastating conflict had tragic consequences. The French, with their allies, overwhelmed the Natchez. Many were killed, and the survivors were captured and sold into slavery or forced to flee, scattering among other tribes like the Chickasaw and Creek. Though their nation was shattered, their legacy lived on. Their incredible mound-building traditions linked them to the broader Mississippian cultures that flourished across the southeastern United States for centuries. The story of the Great Sun and the Natchez people is a powerful reminder of the rich and complex societies that existed in North America long before European arrival.